All right. All right. All right. I'll give it a couple minutes for people to join. Give it a minute or two for folks to join the chat. Everything died. I'm live again. Let me post the link. I am okay. All right. All right, let me see. Just gonna give it a couple seconds. Needs to start loading everything up again. Yeah, I guess as Matthew said in the other chat room, I guess that was a really bad resource leak. It actually knocked the power out of my house. So this is a really bad resource leak that we really have to fix because we don't want this project going around cycling power in everybody's house. No, the power went out for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but I'm just sitting there. I'm like having a good time. I'm like ignoring the dick pics that Matthew's sending me in DMs, and suddenly the power went out. So yeah, I don't know what happened there, but luckily it was not out for long because immediately I start thinking like, crap, it's cold outside, and I've explained this before, but people are always like, Addie, I thought you like the cold. And it's like there's a big difference between liking the cold, between liking the cold and liking being cold. I don't like being cold. I like the cold, right? Which means I like being warm in the cold. So I'm thinking like, well, it's cold outside. Like it's really cold. It's like, I mean, I don't think it got above freezing today here in the area, in the Washington D.C. area. And wow, okay, I just gotta okay. So I don't know what so anyway, so I'm thinking like, well shit, if the power doesn't come back soon, I'm gonna have to like pack up. Like I'm thinking like, okay, well the wife, dog, and we can go to a hotel for the night. And then I'm like, it's going to get really cold. And there's literally no heat in the house. And there's 2 cats. And so I'm like, oh, well, we're just going to take the cats. It's going to be a whole family thing. Oh, wait. Okay, let me take this. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, while the power was out, I figured, okay, well, let me call this guy. The guy I work with. And then, so I was like, all right, I'll call him. And then, of course, he answers. And then, like, everything's happening at once. Anyway, so, yeah, and then he's trying to go to Rome tomorrow. And I'm like, like, I don't have a problem with going, like, packing up and going to Rome tomorrow. But I think my wife might kill me, like, if I did that. So I'm going to say no. But it looks like I'm going to go to Rome the February 2nd. Actually, I need to ask him something. Oh, so anyway, so I'm thinking like, well, the power's out. It's going to get cold. I'm going to have to pack my dog, my 2 cats, and my wife up and go find a hotel. And, of course, that would be like, it would be like, yeah, I'm checking into a room for me and my wife. And then here I am sneaking 3 animals into the hotel because I can't leave the cats here overnight. Like, it's going to get cold. It would get cold. And, like, I can't. I would feel too guilty. I remember when I lived in Florida. I lived in this apartment building. And it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And suddenly, like, we are just, like, just fire alarm. Just going crazy. And I'm like, what? And so it's just me, my girlfriend, and my cat at the time, Mr. Gosh, rest in peace. So, of course, she's freaked out because there's a loud fire alarm going off. So I like scramble around the apartment to find my cat, find the cat carrier, find my cat, put her in it, and I go outside. And so it's like, again, it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's standing around and like everybody's tired and woken up. Everybody's in their pajamas. And then there's this young guy. He comes over. He's like, oh, hey, is that your cat? And I'm like, yeah, I had to grab her because I just felt like I said something to the extent of if this had been a real emergency and anything happened, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. And he was like, oh. And then I see him run inside. And then about 2 or 3 minutes later, he comes out with a cat carrier with his own cat. And I was just like, that's a good man. Like that, like, okay. Like, I like to think that I instilled that sense of responsibility upon him. Like that somehow, like he was a young guy. Like, I mean, this was like maybe 10 years ago. So I was 40, 41, and he was probably in his 20s. So I like to think that I, as the older man, kind of gave him something. No, and I'm not talking about an STD, Matthew. I don't know why your mind went there, but I like to think that like I taught him something, you know. And so I thought I thought like it was kind of a dickish move that like he didn't bring his cat to begin, that he didn't bring his cat out to begin with. But I like to think that if that scenario happened again, he wouldn't. Will Tyler said, "What did I log into?" Well, I was on another stream, and then the power in my house went out, so I had to start this stream. But then I was at a phone call, so that went bad. And so anyway, so it's been a big mess. And but Will Tyler, you need to leave because before the power went out, I was talking about how you might have been right, and for once, I might have been wrong in terms of a crash. But I'm going to ban you from the room for 24 hours so that I can go ahead and I can fix this. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so let's try to get back on track. So it looks like the assert stuff was good. So we did fix. Okay, I need to load stuff back up. But it does look like we were able to get the asserts fixed. It looks like I might be going to Rome on the 2nd of February, if not tomorrow. But I don't I could, like, my wife, like, she would be disappointed. But I would like, she if I had to go to Rome tomorrow, she would live. But I don't want to. It's a 3-day weekend. I want to enjoy my 3-day weekend. So anyway, Will Tyler says men with cats. No, it's men with responsibility. Maybe you need to learn a thing or two about. Maybe you need to learn a thing or two about that, Will Tyler. Huh? Okay, let's see. What did I change here? So I changed Unity assertions. Okay, I think that is going to be fine. Okay, Removing references to in-unit assertions. Okay, asserts. Okay. So the last thing I want to do in this branch, do I want to address Will Tyler's bug, or do I want to address something? There was something. What the hell? I wrote down the other thing that I wanted to address so that I wouldn't forget it. No. Okay. So there is something I do want to address. There is something I want to address. Let me come over here for a second. Just give me a minute. Just calm down. I'll get to it. Men with cats. There is nothing wrong. I had my dear Mr. Gosh for 17 years. I got her when she was just a little tiny kitten. She was the littlest, tiniest, cute. So this is back when I worked at America Online, AOL, and I remember they had so AOL was located in Loudoun County, Virginia. And they had the Loudoun County SPCA come out to the AOL campus, and it was like Adopt a Pet Day, right? So they had a bunch of trucks out, and this is back when AOL was huge and had a campus. And so it had a button. So I remember there was a cat that I liked. She was like not a kitten. She wasn't old. She was maybe a year or two old, and she was a sweet cat. And I was interested in adopting her because I grew up with cats and dogs, and I always liked cats. I used to sleep with cats when I was a kid. So I was like, okay, well maybe I'll adopt this cat. And this was in 1999, year 2000, and it was like it was maybe close to or over $200 in $1999. So wait a minute, let's load up the inflation calculator. Well, let's load up a browser. Don't even have a browser up right now. Inflation calculator. Let's see, CPI inflation calculator. So $200. Let's just go with $200. In actually January $2,000 in December. So that is the equivalent of $383.95 today, right? So it was like over 200. And I'm like, and my friend Dean, who I'm still friends with him on Facebook, but I remember Dean, he's like, what? He's like, that's ridiculous. He's like, that's not how you get a cat. Like, you get a cat because somebody's cat in the neighborhood has kittens, and now they're trying to get rid of the kittens. That's how you get a cat. And I'm like, yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. So the next day, I remember, I have the day marked on my calendar. It's like May 11th, May 12th, something like that. But the next day, after that whole thing, the SPCA coming out and trying to rip people off by adopting animals. So the next day, Dean comes over to my cubicle, and he just plops this kitten on my lap. And he's like, here's your cat. And I'm like, take this thing. And he's like, no. He's like, just spend the day with it. And if you don't want her, then I'll take her back. And I'm like, okay. And then I had her for 17 years after that. And she was just so tiny. And I had her for 17 years. And I had to put her down in 2018, I believe it was. It was like May of 2018. I also have that on my calendar. And yeah, she was getting older, and she just started, I guess maybe a year or two before I had to put her down, she started having seizures. And before, in the beginning, they were very sporadic, a seizure every few months. And then they started getting more frequent. And then one day, she was just having seizure after seizure after seizure. And then I took her to the emergency vet on a Friday night. Thank God I was home because I was drinking a lot back then. So I would go to the bar and be out all night. But for whatever reason, I did not go out that Friday. And she just kept having seizure after seizure after seizure. So I took her to the emergency vet, and they kept her overnight. And they called me the next morning, and they're like, there's medications we can try, but she's had 3 or 4 seizures since she's been here. And I was like, all right, then I think it's time. So it sucked. It really sucked because I had her for 17 years. But anyway, I don't know how we got started on that. What did I want to do? I forgot completely what I was going to do. There There are two stray cats I see fairly regularly. I named them Sesame and Szechuan. I've been wanting to build a cat house, like for like outdoor cats, but I just know it'll be taken over by like foxes in my neighborhood or something. But still, even that's okay. Like a cat, like, you know, just like a little heating pad with a little bit of food and water that's a little sheltered. Like, I've always wanted to build like a cat house. But then again, I've also, because I have two cats now, and I've been wanting to build a cat enclosure for them, like a cat porch, or I forget what they're called, but some type of some outdoor indoor cat enclosure. But I'm not a handy person, and I thought that would be a good project. But and I probably could do it. The only problem is not only am I not handy, I am also I am very lazy. So anyway, all right. And also, I find it's more. This is probably a bad way to look at things, but I enjoy working on things that I know how to do. I don't know how to build a cat enclosure. I do know how to build software, or at least I know how to pretend to build software. Okay. So there are two things we can do. Well, since Will Tyler is here, let's take advantage of that. Oh my God, the lag when you play. Really? Okay. All right. Let's look at the PRs that Will Tyler, since Will Tyler is here, and since I have the ultra low latency on the stream, therefore the back and forth should be pretty good. I can ask Will Tyler, which one addressed the memory leak? Did I close it out of like, oh, goddamn AI? Or let's see. Well, don't clone it yet. Clone it after the stream, Matthew. Clone it after the stream. Let's see. Prevent memory leak from okay, I think this was the one that I did take issue with. Actually, no. Okay, this is much smaller. Both. Pick the one you like the most. Okay. I like the one with with fewer changes. Okay, so since I am now on a new branch, the way I'm going to do this, and I might have to just kind of copy and paste these changes, but we're going to try it another way. Okay, well, first let's just do this. Did I already add Will Tyler's remote as a remote? I did not. So let me go and... Wait, how do I do this? I don't remember how to do this. Is that actually you? Is that actually you, Will Tyler? Because if so, that's an epic beard. I forget how to do this. It's been a while. No. Where the fuck is it? Okay. It's one of these. I don't remember which one. Options? No. Repository settings. Remotes. There we go. Add. Will Tyler. All right. I'm guessing... Or no, actually, would it be St. Aveline? Aveline. All right. Okay. Oh, no. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. I know what I need to do. Yes, I want to remove it. As though I'm cloning. Okay, the name of that branch, what did he name it? This one, right? Yeah, 3 files. Hotfix memory leak exceptions. Alrighty. All right, I'm double clicking the Will Tyler remote and it's not doing anything. Fetch from Will Tyler. That's what I want. Pick 189 or 190. Okay, well, this is 186. All right. Okay. I'm going to go with 190 because I'm guessing I yelled at you about 189 and then you... Okay, so this is... Okay, so 190 is 3 files changed and 189 is 2 files changed. Oh, okay. All right. I don't think this fixes the memory leak. I don't see how. Well, it is on a late update. If state text not equal null. All right, let's give it a shot. Okay. Oh wait, death state. But death state. Okay. Whatever. We're just gonna go with it. Okay, so this is fix NPC destroy memory. All right. Fix NPC destroy memory. Okay, destroy memory. This one. Okay. So I can check that out. And then what I can do is I can come back over to hover text, which is the branch I'm on. And I should be able to just do this. I should be, okay, remove. Commits. Okay, so there's 3 commits. So I'm gonna cherry pick all 3 of them, one at a time. I'm pretty sure that's the way I need to do it. So it's gonna be fix docs. Oh, what the fuck is docs? What the fuck is this? Okay, that is code change. Okay, all right. I don't know why it prefaces it with docs. Oh, wait. No, it didn't. It said fix. No, it says dot. Oh, my God. Okay. Addie, calm down. Just calm down for a second, Addie. Okay. Cherry pick oldest to newest. That's what I just said. I'm going to cherry pick that and then that and then that. Yes. I swear, you people are driving me nuts. All right. Fix NPC. Okay, wait a minute. Destroy memory refactor. Oh my God, this is like the most convoluted thing in the world. Ensure dead NPCs are destroyed to prevent resource leak. Okay, so I'm going to cherry pick this. Cherry pick. Commit. I have a feeling there's going to be an issue, but let's see. Okay, no issue there. Okay. Docs. Add fixed verification with before after comparison. Docs. That's not it. Add fixed verification with before after comparison? Yes, comparison. Okay, so I'm going to cherry pick that. Cherry pick. And then last, remove fixed documentation. Oh, okay. It was just the documentation. Okay, I should have read it, but whatever. Remove fixed documentation. But wait, there's this here in the middle. Okay, but nope, that's not on this. I just just laser focused, Artie. Laser focused. Okay, remove fixed documentation. Remove fixed documentation captured in issue 191. Okay, that one right there. Cherry pick. Yeah, I think the last reverts the second. I think you're right, but whatever. Cherry pick. Okay. Okay, we got no merge conflicts, which is a small miracle. Let's look at what has changed. Oh, wait, everything got committed. Okay, so fix. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we have those changes in the repo. Let's do the little memory analysis thing and just see how it looks. Let's just look at how it looks. look at something over here. Okay, reload. Wait, why was game.unity? Okay, Addy, don't think about it too much, Addy. Don't think about it too much. It's okay. All right, do we have any? Okay, we have nothing. Let's just, okay, we're gonna do tools. No, window, analysis, profiler, but is there anything else that's interesting? Frame debugger, code coverage. All right, let's just look at the profiler. Memory, that's what we're mostly interested in. Okay, let's run this. Okay, total memory, memory breakdown. Total memory, 4.96 gigabits. All right. All right, I'm going to keep this here. I got to kill that guy first because he has impeccable aim. Okay, I'm too far away for them to do anything about, which is a little silly, but whatever. Okay, he's dead. Okay, let's just see. Let's let this guy find me. You still don't see me? Okay. Now, he should miss me. Yes. Okay. So the memory's still creeping up. I mean... To get a proper memory profile, you want memory profiler snapshots. It's best doing them on builds. Take a snapshot at the start of the game, and then after walking, shooting, I can look at that. Memory view in normal profiler won't give as much useful info. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to do build and then try attaching Visual Studio's profiler to that build as it's running. That's what I was in the middle of doing when my power went out. Yeah, the memory is still just, it's creeping up just like it was before. Okay, let me kill him and see if maybe we should do headshots, though. I feel like headshots are warranted. I guess you could just do headshots with 2 different hitboxes. Yeah, I killed him. Memory still, it's still creeping up. It's still going up. The guy disappeared, though, but that didn't do anything for the memory. Yeah. Okay, wait. Well, wait. Now it's stable. It's stable. It's stabilized at 7.04. Okay. All right. I still think it should be going down. Oh, no, it's creeping up. Let's see. If I go over here, there's other guards over here. It does really start to skyrocket when they're shooting. Wait a minute. I have an idea. Okay, so I'm really... Okay. It's stabilized. Now, if I shoot, will it go up? No. It's interesting. Okay. So I don't know that PR, Will Tyler, resolved the issue. It might have helped. I'll give you that. It might have helped, but I'm not sure it resolved the issue. Based on... Okay, wait, let me... Okay, to get a memory... Okay, I read that. An easy task for tonight would be to pull the bullets they shoot. What do you mean by pulling them exactly? I mean, you should just create them, shoot it, destroy. I kind of assumed that was happening. Because here's the it's like, never mind. No, it's like garbage collection is kind of like it has its good points, but it has its bad points too, because I kind of like, when I was writing that code, like I'm assuming like, the garbage collector will take care of it. Yeah. But actually having to manage your memory makes you very cognizant of when things get destroyed, where in a language like C#, it's like, the garbage collector will take care of it. Let's see. An easy task for tonight. Okay, I read that. If you look at issue 191, you'll see the analysis. The Unity profiler doesn't capture the issue. Importantly, now they fade. I don't know that that's important, but okay. Based on what's happening, it's either code or lack of object pooling. Okay. I vote to merge will. I take it from there and take it. I merged will. What are you talking about? The task manager in Unity Profiler in demo task branch shows the memory gap between the managed heap Unity Profiler and the native memory Unity can't see. And then we create an array of pooled bullets. We iterate through them, enabling, disabling. And if we, but again, the bullets aren't object. Oh, okay. They're not objects. They are objects, but they're just a line renderer. Well, let's look. If we create and destroy all the time, that builds memory with the garbage collector. Okay, I guess that does make sense, because then, yeah, okay, I can see how that could be problematic. Because the garbage collector, who knows when the garbage collector is going to decide to destroy them. But, let's see. Oh, my wife's home. I think that's, yeah, my wife's home. Let me go say hello to her. I'll be back in a few minutes. Waiting on garbage collector becomes a problem to manage. Yeah, becomes its own problem. Okay, I'm gonna try what I was trying before the power in my house went out. Let's build. I think I'm going to go back to therapy. I think I'm going to start going to a therapist again. I haven't been to therapy in a while. Yeah, and we can call garbage collection manually during scene switches, but we don't do that. I'll look at 191 myself, actually. All right, let's look at 191. Oh, it's just in and now. I'm not reading all of that. It doesn't like the late. I mean, is it a memory? Okay, whatever. I don't have the patience for that. Oh, now that Unity's frozen, I guess I'm forced to look at it. What's in the 31 gap? Blah, blah, blah. Each dead NPC continues running late. Update every frame, allocating string that's churned to garbage collector. Okay, that's fair. NPC. What? So is it the debug HUD that's causing the... Okay, well, that's easy enough. Just disable debug HUD. Changes only. Option B, render a base NPC. Yeah, I don't Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we have this. I've already forgotten where it was. Performance profiler. All right. Let's see if this is going to cause my my power to go out again. Unity, no, it would be Saint Aveline, actually, would be the name of the process. Here we go. Select. Let's see if this is at all useful. Try profiler, agent, GPU, CPU usage, show all tools. Huh. All right, so that's not going to be useful at all. Meanwhile, what are you doing in here? I guess one thing we can do is this. Right here. Memory's not going up at all. Okay, this is not going to be useful for you guys. I'm going to put Task Manager over on my other screen, and then I'm just going to go through and then play. So, yeah, memory's creeping up now. Woof! Boy, this is choppy. It's worse. Wow, it's worse after that. Wow, it's really bad now. But memory is not really creeping up. But performance is freaking terrible. Wow, that is bad. That was bad. Man, I think I just need to abandon the game. Just start writing another game. That was bad. This isn't saying... The problem I have with this is that nobody can answer questions about this, right? And it might be worth killing Unity and restarting. That's fair. Let's try that. Actually, oh shit, wait a minute. I have the game... I think I might have had the game running in Unity and also as a standalone executable. Let's try... So we go to desktop, we go to St. Aveline build here. Easy, easy. Oh, man. Okay. Isn't there a way to have Task Manager always on top? I think there is. Yeah. Oh, it is always on top now. Okay, perfect. Okay. So you can see, okay, so it's not as bad as it was when I had the game running in two different places. It's bad though. But I am asking a lot of my computer right now, and I am asking a lot of my shitty GPU. You can see, though, that RAM is not really moving. I wonder if we come over here. Oh, but wait a minute. I should have just had the... Okay, wait. Let's go over here. Because these guys, I think both these guys have bad aim purposely. So let's see. If they have bad aim, what's RAM doing? RAM's not really. It's creeping. It's creeping. Yeah, no, RAM's not really moving at all. Okay. Huh. Still looks laggy on stream. It looks laggy in person too. But the audio is glitching out. Your audio is not glitching out. I think part of the so as a standalone executable, I think part of the reason it looks like crap on is because I have a really poor graphics card in this machine. So I think that probably plays into it at least some. That's why it kind of looks shitty when you run it as a standalone executable. What was Matthew saying about? He said something else about. Oh, the memory dump. No. See, I should try this on my Mac because on Mac, the Windows Visual Studio Profiler does this to some extent, and maybe it's gotten better because, granted, I have not used the profiler on Visual Studio in years. But the Xcode profiler is really awesome because it will tell you it will tell you the individual objects that are being created, which is what we need. And that way, if you're creating a bunch of bullet objects, just for example, I'm just throwing that out there. We don't even have a bullet object, but let's say you're creating thousands of them per second. You're going to see it get flooded. It's very easy to click and say, oh, that object is being created. There's tons and tons on the timeline of these objects being created. So that's my problem. It's very easy to see that. That is kind of what I'm lacking here. Let's look at the analysis. So we have the profiler. Memory total. And so you had a message where you said something about it does take Unity into account, but then it does not take, or there's something where it doesn't, where there is a way to understand the memory of just the game process and not of Unity itself. I don't remember where that message is, and I don't have the patience to go look for it, but you did say something to that effect, I think, Will. Let me try this again, though. Let's see. So we're at 7.94. We go over here. Easy. There's something else I want to see, though. Okay, so that's 7.9.4. This will help. What I'm about to do is mostly for my own understanding. So I want to go back to this before I did these changes. Yeah, this. Yeah, that's fine. What? Okay, no, I don't want to check it out. I want to go back to that. I want to go back to that change set. How do I... Okay, I understand why... Okay, then let's go to this one. But I want the same option here. Okay, if it's not checkout, then what is it? It's not reset. It's not reverse. It's not create, cherry pick, custom, tag, rebase, merge. No, I want to... It thinks because I'm double clicking that I want to check out that as a branch name. But no, I want to go back to the change set. Okay. Okay. Here, we're going to do this. No, can I copy SHA? Okay. And then we're going to go to here. Is it like this? Yes, that's what I wanted. At least I thought it was. Yes, it was. Okay. So what I'm doing essentially, and I'll restart Unity. I'm just taking my source code back to before I did the cherry picking. And I just want to compare that with the total. Well, actually, let's just do it with a reload. I'm going to compare the memory before and after, essentially. Okay. So it's not as though the memory jumped to 32 gigs. Okay, let's try it with restarting Unity. No, I don't want reset hard. That's not what I want at all. No, what I wanted to do is I wanted to go back a couple of commits. And normally you can do that with source tree, but I think because source tree saw that particular commit also as, I don't know what it's, I mean, I'm not sure why it has this origin dev hover text. I mean, that's where head is, but that, yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what source tree was getting confused at, but I just had to do it manually. But wait, actually source tree still thinks I'm on this. Wait a minute, get log. Yeah, okay. No. Yeah, I'm on head. Okay, yeah. Source tree is mega confused. It's telling me I'm on a commit that I'm not on, which is even more bizarre. Yeah, I wanted to restart Unity. All right. Got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. 'Cause ever since I left the city, started wearing less and going out more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor, hanging with some girls I've never seen before. 'Cause ever since I left the city. Okay. All right, so I restarted Unity. Let's try this. Watch both Profiler and Task Manager, but specifically with a dead NPC, I would see about 9-10 megabits per second in Unity Profiler and 70 megabits in Task Manager. Like there's overhead natively for every allocation that happens in Unity on every frame. I love this song. I love this song so much. Okay, so 4.2. Don't be surprised. All right, let's see. Go over here. Okay, I'm gonna kill this guy on the right. His aim is very good, so I'm gonna kill him. And now I'm going to have his friend, whose aim is really bad. I'm going to have him attack me, and I'm going to look at the ram. Come here. I mean, it's creeping up, but it's still I mean, it was still creeping up even before. So let's see if it's. So. The AI did mention late update. I'm literally just going to look where we do late update and just look. I mean, there's probably only a couple of them. Task icon controller, camera toggle, NPC. So I do know that. Let's do this. NPC debug HUD. This? Probably this. Let's disable that fucker. So late updates reference there. Pause menu, UI, look at camera. And that's it. I mean, it's not in a bunch of places. Whoops. Okay, RAM is sitting still. All right, all right, all right. Was the, let's see what we got. Let's see. It went down. Still mostly, okay, now it's creeping up. Now it's going up. Okay, but it's not going up like it was, and now it's stopped. Let's, was it the fucking NPC, the thing I haven't even used? Is that's what was the problem? Okay, let me kill the guy with good aim. Okay, let's get this guy. No, it's going up again. You can see it. Now I don't know if the camera window is blocking it, but it's going up. Although wait, it's going up slowly. And now it's going up fast. I'm back, boys. What did I miss? Well, Will Tyler tried to show us his dick on stream, and I was like, I will ban you. And then, like, it was crazy. So does late update get called for every frame for every object? Yes. I mean, well, it's only going to get called if it's implemented, but yes. Late update gets called after update and is often used for camera work. I'm wondering if nulling out variables declared in late update to deallocate the variables would help with this. It depends on the variable. But no, nulling out the no. So are you talking about something like... Oh, no, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Right? Because these are like health slider and state text. Those are class variables. So nulling them out is not going to do any good. And then like if you're talking like if you have var... I don't know. Oh, shit. var cat question mark equals null. Whoa. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to do sample code. Okay. If I do int question mark cat equals null, and then for whatever reason I do cat equals 42, and then are you saying null it out at the bottom? That's not going to make a difference. No, because it goes out of scope. It's all about scope. My theory is that every frame calls late update allocates variables. That's a new instance of the variable, and they sit there forever until the garbage collector, which may or may not happen. Float distance, like after line 59, float distance null. So first of all, no, because null is not going to work unless it's a nullable variable. And second of all, if that's how the garbage collector works, then the garbage collector is garbage itself. Like, honestly, that is not like that. No, if the variable goes out of scope, the garbage collector should destroy it regardless. Garbage collection doesn't force garbage collection, yes, but garbage collection tells the garbage collector this variable is ready to be cleaned up. So yes, going out of scope does not force it, does not automatically mean it's going to get deleted right away, but it tells the garbage collector, hey, when you're cleaning things up, throw this out with everything else. I see little wrong with this update though. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Be aware that the $ is expensive. This, yeah, maybe. But yeah, no, going out of scope tells the garbage collector that like I said, it tells the garbage collector, delete this. You are correct that it's not saying the garbage collector, take out the trash. No, it's not doing that. The garbage collector, by some other heuristic, it decides when to do that. It is interesting. It is an interesting, but I'm just curious about something. I want to try something else. I want to try a different scene. Let's see. Open scene. St. Abilene. Or it's going to be in assets, my bad. Or will it? Where are the scenes at? Here we are. Let's just go with main menu. Window analysis profiler. Right, but watching profiler and seeing it go up doesn't mean much if you don't know what's in the memory waiting for garbage collection. Yeah, I mean, true. But yeah. This is why we need memory snapshots or a deep profiler, or we need a deep profile in the profiler. So, yeah, I was taught. So I think you were probably in the shower, Matthew, because Will Tyler was taking pictures in the secret camera he has. But I was talking about how the profiler on Mac, the Xcode profiler, is actually really, really good, and it will tell you things like what variables are getting allocated. And I'm curious to see if I can, what kind of profiling options I have available on Mac. Okay, so here is the main menu, just sitting here running. Okay, it's going down. It's creeping down. I was just curious if, like, what the memory is going to do here where, like, absolutely nothing is going on. All right, so it's actually decreasing. My theory is that each variable going out of scope results in an allocation that waits until the garbage collector, likely until the object it came from is actually destroyed. No. Garbage collect. Like I said, if that's how garbage collection works, then garbage collection is garbage. So what you're saying is that the allocation of variables inside of an object, they do not actually get collected. They do not actually get thrown away until the object itself is destroyed, which, again, if that's how garbage collection works, then no, I can't imagine garbage collection working like that ever, right? Because think about Windows. Now, obviously, well, no, there are processes and services in Windows that use garbage collection. Use C#, mind you. Okay, think about Microsoft Office, which is completely written in C# these days. They switched over to C# years ago, so it's all in C#. And you have Microsoft Word that's just running for days. And actually, so if that theory was correct, then that means objects of objects, right? Because objects have objects. So think about Word. You would have an application object, and then inside of the application object is every other object of the application, and inside of those are other objects. And then, so nothing would get garbage collected until the parent object is destroyed, until the application is exited, which means memory would just grow infinite. So I'm just poking holes in your theory. That's all. When you get to a laggy point, pause the game and click on the spike in the profiler graph. Okay. And Unity has some sort of overhead for each one of those allocations. Okay. Sort by time milliseconds and for what takes most time in that frame. Okay. Garbage collection works exactly like you said earlier. It says X and Y can be cleaned. Later on, they get cleaned. I'm not sure we're saying the same thing. Applications destroy objects all the time. Yes. But you're saying that variables inside of objects do not get destroyed until the object itself gets destroyed. That's what you said. If I understood you correctly, that's what you said. My theory is that each variable going out of scope results in an allocation that waits on garbage collection, likely until the object it came from is actually destroyed. So what that says to me, no, I'm just poking holes in your theory, but maybe I'm misunderstanding what that sentence says. But to me, it sounds like you're saying it's best if I just type it out. Right? Class some object, right? And then like void public some function. And then here, I don't know, int x. Int x equals do something and then do something else with x. And it sounds like you're saying x wouldn't actually get destroyed until some object is destroyed, right? Because somewhere else you're going to have some object SO, and then you're going to call SO update and like a, while application is running, right? You're going to, and not, you're going to actually call this. So, all right. No. Actually, AI was right. AI was right. So yeah, no, that's my theory. But specifically, Unity and C Sharp are kind of intermingled in the C. I wouldn't say they're intermingled. Well, yeah, I guess so. Are kind of intermingled in that C Sharp garbage collection isn't happening because Unity hasn't released the object or something. I can't imagine. I think I see what you're saying, but the thing is, I guess it depends on how Unity is calling or how Unity is invoking the game. And I guess you're right in some sense because Unity is not, I don't think Unity is like creating an EXE and then somehow running that EXE windowed. So it's actually running the code internal to itself somehow. So I guess I see what you're saying. How would you prove that? I don't know. I still think it's I don't know. I would say if that is the case, I would say Unity is garbage. Like I would say Unity needs to be garbage collected at that point. That was weird. All right. My wife is home. She's texting me like, when are you going to come down? So I am going to go down. Let me see. File status. Let me see what I have here. Oh, wait. Whoa. No. I need to make sure I just let's just do this. Is this going to work? Yeah. Okay. So we should be good. Unity seems to show way more memory in Task Manager than Profiler. So I don't know. I would think wait. Unity seems to show way more memory in Task Manager than Profiler. Well, that makes sense. So I would imagine that Profiler is mostly trying to this is doing a best effort to show the memory of the code, whereas Task Manager is probably showing the memory of both the code and Unity itself. Way more memory, so I would expect that to be the case, that Unity shows way more memory in Task Manager than Profiler. I would expect that to be the case. Master, yeah, everything's checked in. There's nothing, like there's no outstanding code, but yeah, so Matthew, the branch. So I wasn't working on master. I was working on this. I was working on this hover text, branch. So if you want to pull down a branch and fool around with this, do it on hover text. All right, boys. So we are upon the weekend, which means I will be streaming probably when I get bored tomorrow or something like that. So I'll be around, but if I don't stream over the weekend, I will be streaming on Monday at 4 p.m., even though it is a holiday. Maybe I'll do it earlier. Who knows? But Unity memory and Task Manager grows at a higher rate than memory and Profiler. That's a good point. Memory and Task Manager grows at a higher rate, but could that be a result of reporting, right? And what I mean is, what do I mean? I mean that maybe Task Manager is going to be a very low level OS query on the process to say how much RAM are you taking up, whereas what Profiler is doing might be more of like a collection mechanism, right? And so what I'm getting at is Task Manager might be some low-level Windows API to say how much RAM has this process requested or how much RAM is this process taking, whereas the Profiler might be having to aggregate. It says, oh, this thing over here, this thing over here, this thing over here. All of these things are taking up X and Y and Z amounts of RAM, and together they're all taking up this amount of RAM. So maybe that could be why. That's just a guess. It's just a theory. All right, boys, have a good night. I'll see you in the Discord, and I'll see you over the weekend. All right, bye-bye.